August is the month when Bangladesh wears black. On the morning of 15 August 1975, the nation awoke to its darkest dawn. The father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, along with most of his family, was assassinated in cold blood inside his own home. It was not just the killing of a man, it was the killing of a dream. Welcome to Viewpoint 360. Today we revisit one of the most tragic chapters in our history, the assassination of Bangabandhu, the man who led Bangladesh to independence, and the political earthquake that followed. We will walk through the timeline of that bloody morning, uncover the conspiracies behind the assassination, explore the global reaction, and discuss the lessons we must never forget. Part 1. The background. Seeds of conspiracy. To understand 15 August 1975, we must first step back into the political climate of early Bangladesh. After independence in 1971, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman faced a country devastated by war, poverty, famine, and political unrest. Opposition parties, discontent military officers, and foreign interests were watching closely. The formation of the Baksal system in early 1975, aimed at uniting the nation under a one-party framework, created friction. While Mujib saw it as a way to stabilize the nation, his opponents painted it as authoritarianism. In the shadows, a group of mid-ranking officers began plotting. They saw themselves as saviors of the nation, but in truth, they were about to commit one of the greatest betrayals in history. Part 2. The night before the tragedy. On 14 August 1975, Dhaka slept under a heavy monsoon sky. But in the cantonment, a small group of officers, Major Syed Farooq Rahman, Major Rashid, Major Aziz Pasha, and others, finalized their plan. Their mission: storm Bangabandhu's residence at 32 Dhanmondi in the early hours, kill him, and take over the government. They had the backing of senior figures who would later benefit politically from his death. Part 3. The dawn of death. At around 5 a.m., armored vehicles and trucks carrying soldiers moved silently through the streets of Dhaka. The target, the home of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. When the firing began, the neighborhood woke to the sound of gunfire and explosions. Inside, Bangabandhu was awakened by the chaos. He called Colonel Jamil, his army chief of staff, who promised to rush to his aid, but Jamil himself was intercepted and killed by the assassins. The first shots inside the house. Bangabandhu came down the staircase in his traditional pajama and Punjabi. He reportedly shouted to the intruders, "What do you want? Where is Rashid? I am Mujibur Rahman." The reply was a burst of gunfire. The father of the nation fell, his blood staining the staircase, a stain that would never fade from our national memory. Part 4. The family massacre. The killers did not stop there. Inside the house were his wife, Sheikh Fazilatunessa Mujib, his sons, Sheikh Kamal, Sheikh Jamal, the youngest, Sheikh Russell, and daughters-in-law, Sultana Kamal and Rosie Jamal. All were murdered. Even 10-year-old Sheikh Russell was shot dead after pleading to be taken to his mother. Only Sheikh Hasina and Sheikh Rahana, Mujib's two daughters, survived because they were abroad in West Germany at the time. Part 5. The coup announcement. By sunrise, the killers had taken control of the radio station. A chilling announcement was broadcast. "This is the voice of the armed forces. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman is dead." Khandaker Mustaq Ahmed, a cabinet member, declared himself the new president. He immediately granted the killers immunity through the Indemnity Ordinance, a legal shield that would block justice for decades. Part 6. The conspirators' web. Historians and analysts point to multiple layers of conspiracy. Internal political rivalry, dissident army officers seeking power, Foreign interests, wary of Mujib's policies and his closeness with certain global powers. Declassified documents suggest that some foreign embassies knew about the brewing coup, but chose silence. This has fueled debates about international complicity in the tragedy. Part 7. Global reaction. The world was shocked. India declared national mourning. Leaders from across the globe expressed grief, but there was also a noticeable silence from certain Western capitals. Many nations quickly recognized Mushtaq's government despite the bloody takeover. For Bangladesh, it was a deep diplomatic wound, a reminder that in geopolitics, moral outrage often takes a back seat to strategic interest. Part 8. Years of injustice. For 26 years, the assassins lived freely, some even holding diplomatic posts abroad. The Indemnity Ordinance blocked any trial. It wasn't until 1996, when Sheikh Hasina became prime minister, that the legal barrier was removed and the trial began. Justice finally caught up with some of the killers in 2010, when 5 were executed. But several remain fugitives, living in foreign countries to this day. Part 9. Lessons for the future. The assassination of Bangabandhu teaches us painful lessons. Democracy must be protected from conspiracy and violence. Military loyalty to the Constitution is non-negotiable. Justice delayed is justice denied. Most importantly, national unity is the greatest defense against betrayal. When division grows, conspirators find their chance. 15 August 1975 was not just a date. It was the day when bullets tried to silence a dream. The dream of a free, just, and prosperous Bangladesh. Bangabandhu is gone, but his vision remains. It is our duty to guard it, learn from history, and never allow such darkness to return. This was Viewpoint 360. Thank you for watching, and may we never forget.